So, hello everyone, Mon here. It's time for the greatest musical anime ever, you know, in history of mankind. I say any musical show ever, right? Of course, ZombieLand Saga, but we have, you know, 7 best girls, 7 top waifus, right? All together, being dead, but still being amazing, still being freaking hot, man. Of course, I've had this SAKI shirt. I bought it, you know, kind of after last season ended. And I've been waiting for have my freaking smiley SAKI shirt reaction. I was like, finally, I spent all my money. I waited for years to have it. No, but the thing is this thing, okay. It's like a brief side note, right? To buy anime merchandise, it's not that hard. You know, it costs some money, whatever, right? But it's always like, you have an anime which you really love, you know, and I really love ZombieLand Saga, you know, I'm gonna cry with Lily and so on, you know, and Saga's backstory, but like this kind of shirt or whatever, right, or figures and so on, they never appear during the anime, right? So, you know, I watch the anime, right, I react, review the anime, and then like half a year later I can buy the shirt, right? So that's like, well, hopefully Saga will return one day, so I'm like, hopefully I can one day do a reaction with my ZombieLand Saga t-shirt on me, maybe in like 3 years from now or something. It's kind of like that, you know, you cannot buy it and then you kind of have to wait to season 2, right, to finally be ready with your, you know, your cool merc, right? It's a little bit like that, and you know, of course, they're all freaking badass female characters, and in my book, obviously Saki is number 1, but then it's my Lily, you know, yeah, Lily is like number 2, but well, I also think Saki is, you know, but I have a weak spot, of course, as always for, you know, attractive, you know, Yankees, you know, yeah, delinquent girls. It's always my thing in any anime or in any game, like when I play, for example, Third Sentiment, I was like, yeah, look at this Yankee girl. She's clearly the wife of this game. So, whatever. So, yeah, I always love Saki, right? And similar, of course, females to her, right? And when I played Neo 2, I made... in Neo 2, you had like a really good, actually character development thing. And I made the female character that I played as looking Saki. Like the exact same hair as Saki. It was badass. Yeah, I managed to make like a Saki character. It was awesome. But anyway, let's start watching it. So, ZombieLand Saga, Revenge! I don't know who they get revenge for, but the revenge! It's like, wait, who are they getting revenge? Life, I guess? Goddamn Truck-kun! 3, 2, 1, and go. You know you're gonna have all these songs right in your head now. Again, you know, Messenger Returner, you're gonna have, I think, some kind of palms here. It's like a nice little beginning here, I guess. It's kind of chilling. I can't wait for like zombies! I can't wait for him explaining to them they're zombies! I wanted to pick up a new girl. Maybe, right? Maybe gonna picking up some new zombie chicks. Okay. Like a time card? Like she's having like a normal job now? This is kind of funny actually, they have a normal life now. Yeah, okay, like this is like, I work here at this office and... Yeah, it's like, I gotta go to the office, right? And, you know, you kind of pale, girl! I look pale? Yeah, maybe, yeah, like, yeah, you look kind of pale, it's like... don't worry, I'm just naturally pale. So, okay, I guess they all like dropped being idol girls in the beginning. So they're like just having a normal life now. I guess it's gonna like stretch now because it's like in Japan they have to do the, you know, the morning exercise, which I think is good in Japan. It's very East Asian kind of philosophy that you have to do morning exercise and that kind of stuff, right? Which I think more countries should adopt too. Everyone's exercise in the morning. It's kind of like when you were at school, you had to do, like in my school, I had, you know, gymnastics every day when I went to senior high school because I picked it on purpose. But still, but it's like you know, an office. It's like, yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is what I mean. You know, they have to have this like morning exercise. It's a classic Japan. And I guess his course is the idol girl. She got to lead it, and yeah. But yeah, this could be kind of a funny start, I guess, if you see everyone having like a normal work day. Saki is probably working at the restaurant. Saki is like, oh, this best chicken food ever! Because Saki loved that. She was like, I want to be, you know, doing commercial. Here we go. Someone is like, I guess, like a farmer? Yeah, Sakura is like a farmer. Okay, someone is like, okay, so Saki is some kind of, yeah, she's bad. She's kind of tomboy, of course. She works at some kind of bill. Yeah, of course. Because Saki is a tomboy. She works. She's some kind of course she is. She works at some kind of, you know, local, yeah, construction site or whatever. Of course she does. That makes sense. Muscular girl. So what's Lilia? Paper girl? Like yeah, milk delivery. Yeah, Lily's a milk delivery girl. I like just like a farmer and tail swimming around in the background there. That's good. Who's doing this job? Oh, here we go, yeah. She's working at like a paper or something. So I guess they're gonna get revenge because they all had to be fired or something. They all lost their job or whatever. They all stopped being idol girls and now they're like, yeah, we gotta get revenge of losing our idol gigs or something. I love it. They got silly start here with them being like farmers and so on, yeah. Yeah. And she's used to Tai eating her now. She's like, yeah, whatever. Sakura's like, whatever. She's also eats my head. Yeah, Tai-chan, stop eating everyone! Oh, there we go. Of course, Saki in her badass pajamas. Yeah, I guess they're just living a nice life now together. Like they're one big happily family now. Well, I mean, they're all immortal, right? So they need to make, they need to pay rent somehow, right? They need to buy the house, pay their rent, get their food. I guess they're gonna be like permanently best friends forever. Yeah, and it makes sense that she would be some kind of course. Yeah, this makes sense, right? She already worked as some kind of, bartender or courtesan. Yeah, it makes sense that she would have some kind of bartender job, right? Like, perfectly. That's what I expect, right? Yeah, we are friends, too! That was like the flashback. We used to be this cool idol group, and we got famous and shit, but then now we're just kind of like, oh, you're on CD, look at that sexy CD, and these performances. So why are they all having like a crap job now then? Like, why are they all like down to being like... That he has a stupid strategy, perhaps? It was like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but how did they... There we go. Bad zombies! What is his strategy now then? How are they gonna explain this? Okay, not a performance. They probably failed this performance and everyone hated them or something. Okay, they lost all the Of course, they rented out the biggest place ever, and it's like, but only 500 people showed up, and it felt kind of weird because, yeah, it was too big. They went too big too fast, right? And he's like, yes, perfect strategy. That's embarrassing. Oh, it's classic French shoe, baby. That's classic French shoe. Okay, they rented out like a 30,000, whatever. Yeah, like 500 people showed up. Only the the core fans, like the hardcore guys, right? The biker girls. Yeah, only the characters from the last season appeared, right? at the venue. Of course. Oh no, he's broken now. He's a broken man now. Oh no, he lost it. Yeah, it's like a sad. He's a sad drunk now. He screams in the corner. Longer hair, okay, yeah. He hasn't shaved, Yeah, longer hair isn't shaved, right? He's like sitting in the corner. He's like, life is over. I failed so. Oh my god, I was like crying laughter because it feels like a. That's perfect writing, man. That's perfect writing because that's the perfect classic, right? I would say like the classic like French shoe issue. He reached for the store immediately and they lost all their money and all their fans were like, what is this? Yeah, and they completely lost their fame, right? Completely miserably failed because he was too into it. He was like, this is the way we can become, #1 in Japan, right? I still think they should call this season ZombieLand Japan, right? Because Saga is one county, one area in Japan, and then Japan is, and then we call ZombieLand World, right? Season 3 would be like World. I still stand by that, or it'll be a way better name, honestly. ZombieLand Japan, ZombieLand World. And then Zombie World Universe, right? You go to the planets or galaxy. But here he's like, a loser, completely out of it. Yeah, hasn't shaven. He's like, oh, I'll leave here now. I leave for a drink. Yeah, and he keeps drinking. He's like, leave me alone, girl. Because he didn't love his Sakura, right? That was, of course, the reveal last season at the end that he had used to be his love interest before she got Truck-kun, right? But they're all fighting hard now with normal jobs. But I like that too. It's a good touch to it. They all have like a normal job, right? They all have to try to make money by just like producing normal income and so on. It's nice. We all arbeito, we are working hard with normal jobs, you know. Come on, man, come back with us and just be like a normal husband. You can, you know, just get a normal job, be a taxi driver or something. I don't know. Yeah, now recapping a little bit here with their, you know, success of being the zombie girls. But it's good that they moved on. I mean, for now, because yeah, they're immortal, right? So they need to do something. I mean, they can't just like sit at home right at the castle forever. he's got crazy. He's just lost it. Yeah, he's just lost it. He's like, I'm crazy. I guess he's just lost it completely. Oh man, he's completely rock bottom here. He lost it completely. He had his dream of becoming, you know, the manager of the greatest idol group ever in the history of mankind, and now he's like, he's lost it completely. The poor man. Yeah, it sounds like we need money, right? So who has the best job then? I kind of like the Saki's job. She's kind of working as a kind of, you know, constructive lady, because that's typically in anime, right, or especially in hen stuff. That kind of job is for, you know, very muscular, yeah, badass delinquent girls. So it fits perfect Saki being like, oh, you know, I want this, you know, manly utuku job, right? You know, yeah, like that sounds like a Saki job. Okay, here we go. They're gonna infiltrate his. Maybe they can figure out how he even made them be alive, you know, or alive. But you know what I mean. Maybe they can figure out even how the zombies works. Because I'm still imagining that they're gonna have an episode where they actually bring another girl into the band, right? It could be like a new, you know, idol girl popping up eventually. Could be like the revenge party. Kind of, we need to, like, you know, reinvent itself. Let's be like 10 girls. Recording. Rawr. Demo. I guess he was practicing for years, I guess, to create his musical performance here. Well, I mean, yeah, I suppose he had to train himself, right, for years before he revived them, so he could sing and play different instruments and so on. That's true. I guess he had to prepare, you know, to be the ZombieLand manager, right? He has to, like, yeah, it's a piano and so on. But that's a good point, actually. Yeah, of course he had to prepare for years, right, to improve his own musical performance, so he could help them to become this the greatest idol group ever, for their dream of becoming the greatest idol group. See, this is what I mean. Saga's like, yeah, you can do it! You know, that's just how she's. Is this her Sakura's workplace, perhaps? The farm? No, this is him out in the. Oh yeah, this is from like the promo art where he stands still and screaming at the rain. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, this is like the promo art where he's like. Oh my god, Raccoon is back. Yeah, Saga. They're doing some kind of ad, I guess, as always. That's probably a real ad, right? Like, yeah, like if I had a company, a pair, I'd be like, oh, perfectly, I can use this anime to promote my chicken. Come on! You know, animes. The whole anime is one goddamn commercial for freaking Japan, especially the Saga, right? It's just like to buy different. I mean, they made the ramen commercial like One Piece, the one, yeah. It's just there's of course. I mean, she slapped him the last time, right? She might get another slap in here. Yeah, so wait, you here? I don't want to be in this bar. See? And the lead, she's like, she's ready with that, you know. Yeah, she's gonna follow him, ready to slap, you know. Okay, there he is. He drinks a lot, clearly. I could see it being like a, it's like time for season 2, baby. Maybe she'll be nice. I don't know. Yeah, like, maybe she's like, come on, get up, you know, stop. I could see this as being like a, you know, man up kind of moment, maybe. Yeah, kind of the opposite of last season, which is like when he yeah, okay. Yeah, they keep training and so on, right? To, you know, perform their idol craft. I'm guessing the episode will end with them doing a dance performance or singing, though. It probably ends with them getting the band together, right? And I don't just mean the band, but I mean like the rocker guys and the biker girls, and you know, getting like the all the biggest fans together, right? Like they're. Yeah, he keeps of course being like, I want to do it. The life is over. Stop involving me in your crazy ZombieLand schemes. Yeah, it's like, come on, woman. I can't be an idol manager anymore. Yeah, I can't do it. I lost my confidence. Man, this is one sad episode 1 in that sense. It's like he sits here now in the corner like, no. But I have to say, it is kind of like comedic though, because he's just like a crazy character. You know, because he used to be just like, I can do it! He used to be this like insane, absurdly motivational character, right? So now it's like he's sitting in the corner being like, I don't want to do it anymore. I lost my powers. Yeah, like it's kind of like it feels a little bit too much. That he's went from this super hyper moment to being like depressing, like I don't want to do anything anymore. I'm just gonna sit in the corner of my life right in this bar. Yeah, like it feels like he went from 100% to 0%. Right? It's that guy has no in the middle. He's the most. The most convicted, like, you know, his belief in them is the highest in the universe, or he has 0 belief. But see what I mean? They're back, right? The rock guys, yeah. It's gonna be back to those, you know. Yeah, they're gonna be like, we need our fans. We need those, you know, we need our hardcore fans back, right? See, she's warming up there, legendary warming up there. Here we go. You need the hardcore fans back, right? Flush you! Flush you! And they're like, this guy Flush you, guys! It's the greatest band ever! It's the coolest girls ever! I love it, yeah. I love it. Those guys are like, this is our favorite band ever! You gotta believe us! These are the coolest girls in history! Like, come on, guys! It's freaking Flush you! Man, they... Here we go. Oh yeah, they all have lost their, I guess, the confidence since that weird, absurd moment there when it's like the revenue, the venue was the biggest place ever. Here we go, they're gonna do a classic performance, right? We need at least one song, maybe even a new song, interesting, in the episode here, first episode. But now it's back at this. So now it's back at this place though, where he probably learned how to be necromancer. This is the guy I talked about last season. Which is definitely Uriah, as I said. But yeah, like this is kind of a place where he, you know, with Adam here, that's probably where you learned necromancing a bit, is right? It's hinted to, yeah, the zombie project, yeah. This kind of hinted to last season. Making them idols. So at least now he's back at the bar that makes sense to be at. Like this is the bar where he learned, yeah, probably, you know, the actual necromancy. Yeah, they can't be idols. See? But I have to say, it's sad, but also really funny, because he used to be the most obnoxious, you know, fanboy. He's the biggest fanboy in anime, right? And now he's like, I can never do it. No one likes them anymore. Yeah, it's just like such a massive difference, right? Than last season. He's like, I cannot believe my dream was foolish. You know, like, it feels like it's most, yeah, like he went full circle with his conviction. But I love those two guys. They're like, no, the front shoe. Come on, guys, it's front shoe. They keep trying to get the other guys to be like, come on, this is freaking front shoe, man. See, but he's clearly gonna come out. I mean, you know he's gonna come out of this misery. See, exactly. Bam! It's like, he's back, babe. He's like, I have to believe. Come on, you know it's gonna be like, Sakura-san. Exactly. Frashushu! Gonna make them be the best here. Come on, we know he's gonna go back and be like, no, I believe! I still believe! Of course. And he's like, yeah. I see, fool, yeah. But I guess the old man is somehow also supportive of his ZombieLand dream, right? Of making idle groups of zombies. Something, because he probably was the man behind it. But whatever. But yeah, that's running to, you know, support his girls, right? Of course, I mean, it's obvious it's gonna end with him changing his opinion, of course, going back to being. Oh yeah, this is an old song, of course. But they might do a new song when he arrives. Do 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 do. Yeah, because he just kind of ended the Messemeteran there. See, only the lot of those guys. They're like, shoot! The two guys like, come on. No one else cares. Yeah, no one else matters. No one else like they're like whatever. These girls are losers. Yeah. They have 2 fans at least that. So yeah, they have 2 guys that love them still, and no one else cares. But he, of course, I mean, it's pretty predictable now. He's gonna, of course, come in here and support them and scream, you know, "I believe zombies" or something. He's gonna come in here and here we go. I mean, come on, like this is the more obvious plot line ever. Whatever. I mean, it's predictable, but it's nice. There we go. Yeah, he's gonna come in and scream. I mean, we all know he's gonna do this. He's gonna come in and scream, "I want more encore! Give it to me!" You know, he's gonna come in here and scream. Encore. It's gonna keep screaming, of course. Encore! I can't hear you. Yeah. So come on, like, we know he's gonna come in there and be the biggest fan ever. And those guys gonna scream it too, of course. Yeah. The original fans, they're the first 2 fans, right? They're gonna also want encore, of course. But he has like a natural armor. Beautiful, beautiful. He was prepared for that punch there. Nice, they're not gonna fight there. They're not gonna fight them. I love it. They're gonna have to fight for being the biggest fanboys ever. And Sak's like, "I wanna punch them too." I will beat up everyone. Of course. Yeah, it's not fun. They're gonna perform, right, with their full belief in themselves. Okay, now it's like, yeah, put his fingers to his nose, but of course. Here we go. Probably a new song now. And somehow the people is gonna love it with the crowd now because they're gonna have a much better song now. Here we go, yeah. You need like a powerful song now, right, to get the crowd to like them. Oh, this is a beautiful episode 1. Nej, nice headbutt there. This is definitely from Schumann. They go to like an underground rave party idol place and everyone to have a massive fight when they're singing. And everyone like kisses each other like a flying kick. Everyone has like a massive fight. And they're like, "Yeah, it's time to sing!" Like, this is from Schumann. It's definitely a French Shoe episode. Oh, beautiful. So will the whole crowd now listen to them and stop fighting though? I mean, I suppose that all their new fans are gonna like them. This is somehow gonna redeem their fight. There's a little smile there. No, okay, first they're fighting. But when they've seen Lily, it's like a smile. They're gonna stop fighting clearly. See, yes, it's like, look at them dancing, look at them singing. It's like, you have to watch them. That's beautiful. Yeah, I grabbed his face and I was like, look at them, look at their performance. It's like, well, okay, I see it now. So yeah, revenge indeed. Yeah, so now they're all gonna, of course, stop fighting here. That was beautiful. And he grabbed his face like, you have to look at them singing. Look at it. Man, I get goosebumps. It's beautiful. Clearly the greatest idol music. Clearly the greatest animal musical performance in the history of mankind. Clearly. What will be the next episode then? What will be the plan next episode? After they've now recovered their manager. After he now believes in them again. After Best Boy is like, I actually believe now. I believe. Maybe they have to quickly get their old fans back, like the Bucky girls, so on, you know, the other Yankee girls. Maybe like collect the other fans, but yeah, like they end up with a nice pose. They gotta get the whole like fandom back, right? And people are like, I guess That's pretty cool, yeah. Preview, maybe? Okay, they're back at the classic, his planning room. His scheming place. It worked out pretty well, yeah, it's pretty well. We had like only one fight. Only one board fight this time, yeah. Pretty good week. Yeah, when you're beaten up. Here he's back, but he's shaving off his beard, right? Probably got short hair again. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I knew, yeah, of course. Come on, that's obvious. Yeah, he's fixed up his hair, right? Yeah, and he's screaming like crazy at them. Yeah, oh, mommy! And screams, of course. That was a predictable but really nice episode. I mean, but it was predictable. Of course, he's gonna change his mind and be like, I believe! Oh, here we go, preview. Here's a preview. Gonna have some battle with some guy with a pompadour. I love that, a pompadour guy. Oh, a SAKI bike ride. Oh, nice! Yeah, SAKI bike ride. Yeah, like some kind of... Maybe goes... It's gonna go to kind of... some kind of podcast or some kind of radio host. Something like that. Yeah, like a pompadour guy with like a radio host, and SAKI has to get there, and SAKI will have to talk on his podcast, I guess. That seems to be the episode, or kind of the general plot of the episode too there. I guess to like make them, you know, get more fame, right? You know, get her back in the fame, right? Something like that. Definitely something like that, man. But man, that episode was, it was freaking awesome. I'm like crying out of laughter, man. It was a really nice episode 1, is because I used to like the general idea that they all are like, you know, defunct losers now. They all like lost their musical, you know, fame. So they'll have to be like, oh, I have to be a farmer now. I have to work at some kind of construction site, you know. Like, yeah, like they're always like, oh yeah, whatever. You just gotta through the day to make some money, you know. Like, yeah, it's nice. Like, she has to sing in her Sakura. Here's Best Girl, baby. My freaking best girl. Talking about my best girl. So yeah, I love it, you know. You see Saki, she has to like work at this, you know, farm kind of thing. That's what I'm talking about. Saki has to, you know, it's like a constructive worker, right? You know, kind of building some cables, or, you know, building some house, right? And I said, this makes perfect sense because Saki is like, you know, a violent fighter, yankee girl, right? Which I love her so much for. And yeah, that kind of typical, I said, trophy girl definitely has that kind of, you know, intermix there of usually a typical very muscular girl, especially in hen stuff, right? They usually work at this kind of work, right? And they kind of build up their muscle to be better fighters and so on. So it makes perfect sense that Saki has some kind of manual, you know, like rough manual labor. She can like, oh, I can build some, you know, build my biceps while I work, you know. It feels very Saki to me, that she's like, I wanted an office where I could like, get more muscles. And of course, I mean, the courtesan is a bartender. Yeah, that makes sense, right? But otherwise, I love the premise that they kind of, you know, lost their touch, and he got crazy and so on, right? Because of course, he went for like a 30,000 venue place, and only 500 showed up. Only like the core fans appeared anyway, like the biker girls and, you know, the rock, I guess, the one. So they kind of busted there. they went for the stars immediately, and then of course they kind of landed in not even the treetops, but they kind of landed in halfway there. But I think I love it so much because that's why I love this anime. It's so well written because it perfectly makes sense in the ZombieLand, in the Franchushu, in their like, you know, in their aspect, right? It perfectly makes sense that they get some amount of fame, and they're like, oh yeah, we can make our own CD, we can book our revenue, we can go for this, you know. It perfectly makes sense, I think, in this anime, that the reason why they failed isn't because they couldn't grow their business, right? Couldn't grow their fans, but because they went from having a small number of fans to being like, well, we are clearly the best thing ever, so let's just go for this thing. And then it's like one, yeah, they gave us the numbers there. It's like, yeah, 1.60% there. So they went a little too fast, right? They flew too close to the sun, Icarus style, immediately, and then they failed, right? So, but I think it really is a perfect, I feel, writing there. This makes sense. This is how they would fail. They would go too quickly towards the sun, right, and then burn on the way there. It's a hilarious, I think, an hilarious backstory, really, how they managed to lose everything, basically, right? And then they end up there working as a farmer, and yeah, and like, Oh, she's doing like, oh yeah, she's doing, she's painting those kind of like the dolls, I don't know what they call, but yeah, like, you know, different kind of jobs, right? Sakura seems to be the most happy though. He's kind of like, you know, taking care of cows, right? Yeah, he's like, oh, you know, nice farmer girl, you know. But otherwise, I mean, his storyline, it should be sad, but I couldn't stop laughing, honestly. I mean, it's sad, but I think it's sad, but at the same time, you know how he is. You know he's gonna be like, I'm all the life now, and then one day later to be like, wow, you're the best again, right? You know how he's so extreme that of course he went from the absolute absurdly positive guy, right, to being the absolute bottom. He went from 100% to 0%, you know. Believe, yeah, his fate was like shattered so much that he went into the bottom, right, and that fits him perfectly. So, but at the same time, I mean, the episode was really good, but it also was of course predictable. Like, it's obvious that he's gonna change his mind and come and be like, "You can do it, girls," and be like, "I believe," you know. You know he's gonna. That's how he's, right. But I think this is kind of the charm of this anime, right? You kind of have this like really sad backstory. He's lost everything. He's no money left. He lost all his confidence, all his faith. He's down on his luck, right? Bottom, you know, in the bottom. And in some other animes, this might be the whole season, right? In some other TV shows, this might be a whole, you know, like 10 episodes, right, to recover his depression. But in this anime, it's like, I hate everything. And then it's like, 5 minutes later, I love this shit! Because you know how this anime goes, right? So yeah, they're gonna wrap up his depression episode immediately. But then it makes it kind of funny, because it's like, no, you know it's gonna, you know it's not gonna stay forever, right? And the fight was great. I mean, you see the other two guys. He has a belly attack and the drop kick, and yeah, we kind of see the other guys getting into this like massive fight, and they're like, "We gotta fight for our best girls, man!" I love these guys. Yeah, they were like, "You have to watch them." What was that scene when he grabbed? That scene was so good. When he grabbed his face, and it was like, "You gotta watch them, girls. You gotta watch them." And like he forced him to watch the scene. That scene was so beautiful. I love that scene. What was that scene? I tried to find it now. That was beautiful, man. He grabbed his face. I was like, "You gotta watch them." Here it is. Yeah, he's like, "You gotta watch them dance, man. You gotta watch them dance." Yeah, he's like, he grabs his face, right, and yeah, he grabs his face, and it's like, "You gotta watch it." That was beautiful. Yeah, that wasn't that. Whatever. Yeah, but oh, it was beautiful. And then afterwards, like, yeah, it is pretty good. Yeah, I told you. So no, that's like, come on, for all the sequels, this is the one I'm most excited about. It is. Oh, I love it so much, man. It was his comedy. It was beautiful. Everything was his. I mean, come on. Everything just makes sense to him. It was funny seeing him have all the side jobs. Seeing the predictable was still funny, kind of from like amazing, like, you know, screaming at the water in a storm, into like, I believe again, immediately doing that super quick turn up. That is a very ZombieLand Saga thing, right? And then of course, yeah, everyone started to fight them. But you're gonna watch them, and forcing a guy like, open your eyes, look at them dancing, and forcing him to like enjoy their dance, like yeah, kidnapping someone to like enjoy this musical performance. You cannot not enjoy it if I force it enough times, you know. Oh man, that was hilarious. Oh, I loved it. Oh man, this beautiful episode. But yeah, ZombieLand Saga is better ever. What can I say about it? This is clearly the best sequel ever in history. Like, but for me, oh, yeah, of course, genuinely, this is the anime I'm most excited for, right, to watch the sequel of. Definitely. There isn't that much sequel this season, like last season, we had so much sequels. But that being said, though, of course, after this, in about an hour from now, roughly, a little more, we do have, of course, you know, Half of Summon Demon Lord, right? You know, we have that's coming up later tonight. That battle forward to as well. Thursday's gonna be great. Yeah, Thursday has, you know, has this anime and this anime. So Thursday's gonna be great because we're going from, yeah, finding zombie girls to you know, cat girl and cat and elf girl and petty with, you know, head patting and so on. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be fun. That's a good isekai. One of the better, I think, isekais. I don't think you know, nothing is like Konosuba level, but it's up there. How to Demon or Diablo? Yeah, it's probably, I don't want to rank it like maybe now, but it's probably at least in my like top 10 isekais. But there's so many isekais, so that like that's pretty good. That's pretty good because there's so many isekais. But yeah, it's not as good as Konosuba and, you know, like Koshihiro or so on, but it's probably up there from a comedy aspect. I mean. Because otherwise, I mean, El Zero is like, you know, better deep lore, but you know what I mean. The House of Demon lore is more a comedy, right, than a, like a, how I say it, like a deep philosophy anime where people get killed and so on, like in El Zero, or it's more like, you know, yeah, a little more depth to it, right, so to speak. I was definitely say that that's more comedy, like you said, Zombie Saga, more comedy anime. But still, though, definitely my top 10, I think, from comedy aspect, definitely. So I look forward to that. So yeah, Thursday is probably the best day now, because that's like these are like my 1, 2, and otherwise would be My Academia, right? My 3 sequels this season. I don't think any other sequels. I mean, this last season was so crazy sequels. Last season had like 10 sequels. This season has like a few. SS Tanasa is pretty good though, but I'm almost like, yeah, I'm not super into it as I was with this anime. And I say one thing more again though. I said earlier today, but of the new animes, otherwise, I like Vivi the most of the new animes that I've seen so far. But anyway, guys, this episode was amazing. See you guys soon then with How to Not Summon a Demon Lord, which I think is one of the best comedy isekais. Definitely really funny. And tomorrow we have, of course, Spiders back too, right? Isekai there, yes, back tomorrow. And the Slime Isekai is coming, I think, tomorrow or on Saturday. Yeah. Another slime isekai, not Rimmer, another slime girl instead. Yeah, slime farmer girl. I think is coming soon.